Okay, I want you to imagine uh, a very specific kind of silence.
Mm,
It's the silence in a boardroom when a founder realizes they have maybe 6 weeks of cash left,
right.
but they promised investors they were crushing it just last quarter. It's a terrifying moment.
And it is happening way, way more often than anyone really wants to admit. It's almost the default state for the startup ecosystem.
Yeah.
We all hear that big stat 9 out of 10 startups fail, but the source material we're looking at today gets into the how. They don't all just, explode.
Not a big fireball.
No, most of them just stall out. They become these zombie companies, not growing, not really dying, just burning investor money with zero path to a return.
And that's the black box problem, isn't it? If you're an investor or even a founder listening, you're pouring money into this machine.
Yep.
And you have no idea if the engine is actually building value or just, I don't know, generating heat until the smoke starts pouring out.
Exactly. And for decades, the VC strategy was just spray and pray. You invest in 50 companies, you assume 45 will stall or die, and you just pray that one of them becomes a unicorn.
That one lightning strike.
But the sources we're diving into today argue that that era is ending. Hope is just becoming too expensive as a strategy.
Which brings us to our focus for this deep dive, the capital drill.
hmm
It sounds like a military exercise, and honestly, reading through this, it kind of is.
It's intense, but the whole thesis is about shifting from tactical survival, which is just, frantically trying to make payroll next month, to ROI-based financial execution.
ROI-based financial execution. That is a mouthful.
It is.
It sounds like the adults have finally entered the chat in Silicon Valley.
It's about time. It's really about moving away from unicorns on napkins at 0.01% chance and towards a data-validated approach.
Okay, so let's map this out. We're going to unpack this capital drill solution suite.
Right, the toolkit.
Then we'll look at how the system actually reverse engineers success from the exit backwards. And then for anyone listening who's holding a portfolio of companies that are, well, already underwater.
The ones that are already stalled out.
Exactly. We're going to look at a rescue mission called Jumpstart 2026.
Which is fascinating. It's like performing open heart surgery on a company while it's still trying to run a marathon.
Okay, but before the rescue, let's get the philosophy. The sources use this phrase that really stuck with me, womb to tomb. This is a little morbid, isn't it?
It's vivid, but it's financially accurate. I mean, think about it. Most corporate reporting is historical.
Looking backwards.
Always looking in the rearview mirror. Here's what we spent on servers in Q1. That's bookkeeping. Womb to tomb means you model the company's entire life from inception, the womb,
All the way to the end.
all the way to the tomb, which in this case is a good thing. It's the exit, the sale.
So you're planning for the sale of the company on day one.
You have to. If you're not aiming at a specific target, you're just wandering. And wandering is expensive. Which brings us back to why companies stall. The analysis points to three main reasons.
The three horsemen of the apocalypse for startups.
Pretty much.
So what's number one?
Number one is sales shortfalls. And, this
Yeah.
sounds obvious. We didn't sell enough. But the real cause is usually delusional projections.
The optimism bias. Of course everyone will buy my amazing product.
Exactly. Founders are optimists. Financial models can't be. So you project 10 million in sales, but your supply chain can only handle 2 million. Boom. The model breaks.
Right. And the second horseman.
That's development overruns. This is the silent killer, especially in tech.
Sunk costs.
Sunk costs, product delays, buggy software. You're just burning cash on engineers, but you have nothing to actually sell. It's vaporware.
So you're paying for the kitchen, but you're not serving any food.
Precisely. Which leads right into the third one.
Hmm.
Capital plan gaps. This is maybe the most lethal. It's when your revenue plan and your capital plan just aren't in sync.
You run out of money before you're supposed to.
You packed enough water for a 5K, but you're trying to run a marathon. You run out of cash before you hit the milestones you need to raise the next round of funding.
That's the valley of death everyone talks about.
It is. And when those three things hit, the company goes into survival mode.
And that's where value gets destroyed.
Completely. You cut marketing, you fire key people, you stop innovating. You're not managing for ROI anymore. You're just trying to exist, treading water.
And investors don't get rich on treading water.
No, they get diluted.
So the capital drill is meant to stop that from happening. Let's open on the toolbox. The sources say there are 4 pillars. The first one is certification. Who is certifying what here?
Think of it like a building inspection, but the inspector is a certified fractional CFO.
Hold on, let's pause on that for a second. Fractional CFO.
Right.
For anyone listening who isn't in the C-suite, what exactly is that?
Well, a top-tier full-time CFO can cost you $400,000 a year plus equity.
Which a startup can't afford.
No way. So they hire a bookkeeper. A fractional CFO is that high-level expert, but you hire them for a fraction of their time, maybe a few hours a week for a specific project.
You're renting the expertise.
You are. And in this process, they use AI-driven models to validate the company's 5-year plan. But here's the key part. It's not just checking the math. It's checking if the plan can actually hit specific ROI targets.
It's certifying that the company is investor ready.
It takes the trust me bro element completely out of the pitch deck.
Right.
Which leads to the second pillar, the audit.
The word audit usually terrifies people.
In this case, it's a good thing. It's a stress test. The sources say it takes anywhere from 40 to 65 hours.
Whoa, that's a week and a half of full-time work.
It's a deep dive.
Just digging into the numbers.
Verifying assumptions, checking the pro formas, the capital schedules. It gives the founder what they call a third-party proof item. It makes your valuation so much stronger.
Okay, so you've got the plan certified and audited. But a plan is just a piece of paper. What about the people actually running the company?
Execution risk. The single biggest factor.
Right. That's where the third pillar comes in, the boot camp.
And you're not far off picturing push-ups with spreadsheets. It's an online training program for the company's team.
For the CEO, the tech lead.
Up to 4 of them. The goal is to get them to master the capital drill workbook so they're not flying blind. So the engineering team understands that delaying a feature by a month isn't just a tech problem.
And it's a cash flow problem.
It's a huge cash flow problem. And they stay aligned using the fourth pillar, the modeling platform.
The software.
It's a subscription software, and the real magic is the what-if capability.
I love a good what if. So walk me through it. It's Tuesday morning. How does a CEO use this?
Okay, so you're the CEO, your head of product comes in and says, we have a critical bug, we have to delay the launch by 4 months.
Panic. The usual response is just fix it faster.
Right. But with the platform, you plug that delay in. You change one variable, and the software instantly recalculates the entire 5-year model. It shows you the impact on your cash, but more importantly, the impact on dilution and your final exit valuation.
So it might say, this 4-month delay means you, Mr. Founder, just lost 15% of your company.
But exactly. It quantifies the cost of that delay in real dollars. It changes the whole conversation.
It connects the daily grind to the final payout. That's powerful.
It forces accountability. And that brings us to the math behind it all, the reverse engineering.
Right. This is the core of it. Most people plan forwards, bottom up. But this plan's backwards. How does that work?
You start at the tomb, you start at the exit, and the system aligns the entire financial plan to hit very specific industry standard ROI targets.
And the sources give us those numbers, the cheat codes. What are they?
It depends when an investor comes in. For a seed investor, very early, very high risk, the plan has to show a path to a 20x ROI.
20 times. So if I put in 100,000, I need to see a path to 2 million.
Correct. For a Series A round, it targets 15x. For Series B, it's 10x.
Wow. I mean, 20x, those are aggressive numbers, aren't they?
They are.
I mean, a listener might hear that and think, why not just aim for a nice 3x return? Isn't 10x greedy?
That's a great question, and it goes right back to the power law of venture capital. Because 9 out of 10 of these companies fail or stall, the winners have to pay for all the losers.
Oh.
A 3x return doesn't even cover the losses from the rest of the portfolio. If you can't show a credible path to at least 10x, you are not venture investable, period.
That is a tough pill to swallow. So the capital drill takes a company's plan, it looks at that 20x target, and it finds the shortfall.
That's the 5-year gap analysis. It's a tool that shows you exactly where the math breaks. Your pricing is too low, your acquisition cost is too high, whatever it is, it finds the hole in the boat.
And tells you how to patch it. It's not just a report card that says you failed.
No, it's a GPS recalculating the route. It connects where we are today to where the investor needs us to be in 5 years.
Okay, that's incredibly valuable for a new company. But let's be real. A lot of investors listening are looking at a portfolio that's already a mess.
The stalled portfolio.
The company's 2 years in, the product's late, cash is low. Is it just dead in the water?
Not necessarily, and that's where the Ritz Group source brings in this program called Jumpstart 2026.
Jumpstart. It sounds like defibrillators for a business.
That's a perfect analogy. It's a rapid turnaround program designed to rescue, reset, and revalue these underperforming companies.
So how does a rescue mission like that actually work? You can't just throw more money at the problem.
No, that's the worst thing you can do. That's the definition of good money after bad. Jumpstart is a 2-month sprint.
2 months is not a lot of time.
It's not. It's intense triage. Those same certified fractional CFOs go in, they run the gap analysis, and they figure out if the company can even be saved.
So it's basically a corporate intervention.
We love you, but your business model is garbage. But here's the really clever part for investors, the way it's funded.
I saw this in the notes. It solves a huge problem. Break it down for us.
So you have a standoff, right? The company is broke, they can't afford the help they need, the investor is angry and doesn't want to just write another check for consulting fees.
Right. Nobody wants to pay the mechanic when the car's already a wreck.
Exactly. So with Jumpstart, the investor, the angel, or the VC funds the program up front, but they get reimbursed by the company issuing a SAFE.
Okay, let's just explain that like I'm 5. What is a SAFE?
A SAFE is a simple agreement for future equity. It's a contract that says, I'm giving you money now, and you'll give me company stock at a later date, usually at a discount.
So I pay for the rescue mission.
Yep.
And that payment converts into more ownership of the company later on.
Precisely. It turns an expense into an equity asset. You're not just burning money on fees, you're buying more of the company at its lowest point.
That's really clever. It aligns everyone's incentives.
It does. If the rescue works, that new equity could be incredibly valuable. It's why they call it portfolio insurance.
It's for when you can't sell, you can't quit, and you can't grow. You jumpstart.
It's the only option left for fiduciaries who need to answer to their own investors. You can't just say, oops, you have to show you tried to fix it.
So let's step back. We have the capital drill for prevention and jumpstart as the emergency room cure. What does this all mean for the industry?
I think it really represents a big move toward total financial clarity. For so long, early stage investing has been treated like a casino.
A lot of gut feeling and deals done on a handshake.
Exactly. This is taking the wishful thinking out of the equation and replacing it with data.
It's stripping away some of the romance of the startup myth.
It is, and some founders might hate that, but it ensures that everyone, founders, the team, investors, is looking at one single roadmap.
No more hiding bad news.
No more hiding bad news, no more hoping for a miracle. Everyone's looking at the same dashboard, aiming for the same exit. It removes the emotion.
And emotion is usually the most expensive thing in finance.
An expensive luxury, for sure.
So, as we wrap this up, what's the one provocative thought for the founder or the investor listening right now?
I think it comes down to this. We know the unicorn on a napkin is a 0.01% event. You can't predict a lightning strike.
Right.
So the only way to win consistently is to stop managing for tactical survival and start managing for the exit from day one.
You have to know the destination before you even get in the car.
And if you don't know your path to 20x returns, if you can't actually show me the math right now on how you get there, do you really have a plan?
Or do you just have a dream?
Exactly.
That is a tough but necessary question. If you can't reverse engineer your success, you're just driving in circles until you run out of gas.
And the tank is always smaller than you think.
On that sobering thought, we'll wrap it up. The message is clear. Check the math and then check it again. Thanks for diving deep with us.
Always a pleasure.
We'll catch you on the next one.